Okay. 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 Di sini kita boleh nampak ada Badon and Rain, makcik kantin dengan buaya. Selamat datang ke stream. Awal now kau stream hari ni. Aku nak try benda mesti stream dekat ni TikTok, Twitch dengan YouTube. Tu je. Itu yang kita buat ni. Hello. Wow. Hello Auba, welcome to stream. Hello to the viewers in TikTok, welcome to the stream. Wow, there's a lot of people. Wow, there's a lot. Wow, banyaknya. So, yep. Welcome to the stream, guys. Kita tengah stream Genshin dekat TikTok, Twitch and YouTube. So, hope you guys enjoy your stay. At the same time, tolonglah usah-usah YouTube, Twitch dengan TikTok if you guys are here in my channel. So, ni. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Harap-harap tak terbakar lah PC aku. Oi, lupa pula pasal benda ni. Ya. Rasa dah 2 minggu dah tak buka Genshin. Loading lambatnya. Yelah, maklum lah kan, baru buka Genshin. Morning Anna, welcome to the stream. Mungkin lambat kerana perasaan saya yang mendalam terhadapmu. Macam dia dapat live TikTok Yo, Badon, baru je semalam. Badan, suara aku dalam TikTok ada tak? Suara game, suara mic, ada tak? Okey ke tak? Serius lah, in both platform dek. Bukan 2 platform kak, 3 platform. Actually 3 platform. Setting lagi mixer tu.
Hello there.
Oh. Hello Alba. Tak berat ke ngek? Baru nak test kak? Baru nak test. Tu je. Macam mana kau set up ni Fik? Sekejap lagi aku ni. Sekejap lagi aku ajar macam mana kau set up multi-stream. Oh hehehehe. Tapi serius lah aku buka ni benda. Dua OBS sekarang. Satu OBS Studio, satu lagi benda TikTok punya studio tu. At least test lah 2 ni 3 terus mampus PC hangkang. Saya mahu masak ini PC guna sebagai kuali. Tak, aku buka 2 program. Yang Twitch dengan Twitch dengan TikTok pula. Ni benda Twitch dengan YouTube dan OBS. Meanwhile TikTok ni dekat studio je sendiri. Benda ni orang selalu buat dual setup je Fik. Aku buka benda dua ni benda. 2 program nak stream. Satu OBS, satu ni live studio TikTok. OBS ni apa? Aku letak Twitch dengan YouTube je. TikTok je. Pindah sini lah. Hai Alba. Habislah tunggu H masuk. Memang kena stay back hang. Oh hehehehe. Sebelum H datang aku dulu bagi kaki 6. Jangan macam tu bang. Saya cuma miau-miau je. Afi Allah kita lah. Tak. Bila masa aku halau kau? Bila masa aku halau kau bah? Aku dengan tekak yang tak elok dengan batuk-batuk ni. Kau jangan bagi aku menjerit. Aku dengan tekaknya tak sihat. Duk batuk-batuk daripada semalam. Itulah makan mic lagi. Bila masa aku makan mic. Halo bang, halo Arcadia, welcome to stream. Hey, Taken 8 belanja. Hang belanja lah sendiri. Ni baru Genshin ni aku stream. Belum lagi Taken 8. Siapa di talian? Alamak. Alamak.
Marah dia, Hez. Marah dia. Tengok budak ni, marah dia.
Alamak. Hai di sana. Selamat datang.
Kau ingat tunggu sampai malam tak? Mananya aku tunggu report kat Hez.
Aku dengar ada orang tu stream 3 tempat
At least aku pakai 2 OBS bukan 3
Okay. Kau pakai 2 OBS. Okay fine, tak apa. Kau 3 platform kau tak bercakap, aku tak tahu cakap apa lah.
Sabar. Jangan marah dia. aku tak suka kau marah dia pasal tu. Kau marah dia sebab tak saya
Sumpah
mesti lain.
Sumpah aku cakap. Kau 3 platform kau stream, kau viewer datang, kau tak cakap, kau tak cakap apa. Sorry lah, aku forward aku cakap, aku tak ada berapik.
Semua orang tengok aku stream abang. Tak payah.
Kau tak berat ke misi kau?
Saya baru nak mengetes.
Dah lah buka Genshin pula tu aku risau dah ni.
At least
Genshin lagi berat. Tak, aku bukan nak kata apa.
Genshin
Ni
berat.
kalau viewer Afiq tengah tengok, untuk pengetahuan, TikTok live studio tu dia run benda tu paling berat tau daripada OBS. OBS tak apa lagi, ringan lagi. TikTok live studio dia lebih kurang macam Streamlab OBS tu. And for information, between Streamlab dengan TikTok, bagi Ace, TikTok live studio lagi berat daripada Streamlab sebenarnya. Afiq boleh run benda tu 3 tempat at the same time.
Tak, dia tak buka habis lagi, dia tak main lagi, dia just buka dekat menu before masuk lagi. So sekarang ni aku nak tengok kalau PC dia crash ke tak. So kita tengok orang main kalau PC dia crash ke tak ya. Hopefully tak lah.
Sorry lah, saya ni cakap memang forward, saya tak ada pada grafik.
Sorry lah Fik.
Sudah seorang lagi.
Mute je Wawan.
Lari dulu. Kau jangan lari Aubah. Jangan lari.
Jangan lari. Tak, kita orang risau je Fik ni ya.
So segala kerosakan yang bakal Afiq lakukan tu bukan atas tanggungan kami semua
Abang tak baik dah.
Aku nak jadi minta PC aku jadi kuali. Berdapur masak.
Jangan lupa berminyak.
Sekali buat macam tu, tiba-tiba PC langsung tak pisang.
Hebat lah pakai chat tu. Semua ada.
Kau pakai apa Fik? Kau pakai prosesor apa?
Intel i5.
Lagi lah.
i5.
i5.
Sabar!
Maaf.
Buka page boleh tengok.
Intel i5 dia ada 4 core. Ni kalau untuk PC pula, Intel i5 ada 4 core. Dalam dia punya proses tu ada 4 core je. 4 core nak run beberapa software yang berat-berat, lagging tu tengok. Serius lagging.
Siapa halau? Oh, Afi halau. Apa? Fi halau. Hai.
Memang satu halau.
Hai.
Ayo Wan. So kalau korang dengar bunyi noise ni, dia tengok kereta, buat pergi kerja. Kunci tinggal dalam. Tak pun tinggal dalam.
Member tinggal kunci dalam kat dalam bilik. Bingung. Dah kat
Kunci tinggal dalam.
kedua.
Tak. His bukan apa. His banyak makan semut belakangan ni.
Nanti balik pergi buat speki.
Baik. Kena marah.
Memang kena ingat apa ni kalau dah kahwin. Kena ada kunci extra kat luar. Ya abang. Apalah. Makan lah apa? Saya tengah makan ni Makan nasi lemak. Aku nak makan Fik.
Oh.
Oh, tu boleh masuk. Fik. Ni.
Have you seen the steambird? It seems Fontaine has been celebrating some kind of festival recently. Things are looking pretty lively in the square. They
Afiq
even
nak
changed the
apa?
banners.
Genshin.
There are a lot of people holding cameras. Oh, and they've got candy and snacks too. Looks like everyone's having a good time.
Panas juga.
Let's go and have a look for ourselves.
It is start cooking.
Apa dia?
Dah start cooking.
Dah start?
Cooking.
Mantap. Good life fun lah.
Okay. Aku yang lagi. Hai. Panas ke? Alang-alang goyang lah telur Fik.
Okay.
Kalau panas tu goreng je lah tu.
Okay. Okay.
Dia pasang nak
Lagi
press
sikit.
press.
Okay ke stream aku?
Nasi pagi. Tahu lah. Adik duduk kat hospital mana dik? Saya duduk kat hospital makan nasi memang sedap.
Ni. Welcome to the stream.
Apa duduk hospital kan?
Nak yet do event. Miau miau.
Afiq explain Fik miau-miau tu apa? Cakap!
Sesungguhnya saya bermiau-miau.
Janganlah marah dia. Ya Allah, aku rasa salah pula lah panggil.
Member marah sebab apa aku buat kerja gila.
Tahu.
Memang pun.
Tapi aku risau.
Risau apa?
Afiq kena marah. Marah dah lah. Yang marah yang menjerit. Takut aku. Takut.
Alang-alang korang tiga platform tu kalau tak otak kau dalam PC sekali. Biar masak sekali.
Sabar bang. Tak boleh langsung menggeram betul.
Oh, aku ada 9 hari lagi event ni.
Sekejap. Afiq, kau punya PC dia optimize ke?
Ya.
Tak, dia bukan apa tau. Tak salah nak stream 3 tempat sebab ada je apa few VTuber yang stream 3 platform. Tak salah. Kau nak buat tak salah Fik. Yang jadi salahnya kau seksa PC kau tau. Kau spek tak apa-apa sangat tau.
Tak apa, PC dia tengah on oxygen right now. Tengah bernafas.
Actually kan aku tak letak banyak benda pun dekat benda. Aku punya TikTok punya studio. Aku letak kamera dengan alert box je dalam TikTok studio.
Sekejap, suara dia ni kuat sangat. Aku letak suara dia kuat.
Seriously? But Mr. Morris, I don't understand, sir. How can you only be telling me this now? I'm afraid that there's nothing really I can do. I'm really facing a crisis. My hands are tied.
PC
But what about my film?
tak oksigen. Saya rasa PC api tu pakai incubator kat sini.
Well, I'm afraid you have to come up with something on your own. Take it from me. Sometimes you just have to let things go. Same goes for this film festival.
Tak apa. Kita tengok apa jadi. Kalau okey lah.
PC kau problem
Oh,
jangan ngadukan aku, jangan
Hey,
ngadukan Bador,
isn't that
jangan ngadukan
Xavier?
Kazi, boleh?
So he's back in Fontaine now.
Aku dah save lah kau stream sampai 3 tempat ni.
oh, why, if it isn't the dear traveler in Paimon. I really didn't expect to bump into you here at this time.
Tengok Haze marah betul tak? Aku faham.
Tak apa, sekali je buat.
Well, I was doing just fine until I received some terrible news just now. The investor I was working with for my upcoming film has fallen upon some hard times and is no longer able to provide the promised amount of funds.
Can't you just find a different investor?
Afiq, what are you doing,
i5 10 gen. Tak kuat Ahis,
Apa benda?
i5 10 gen. Tak kuat juga ke?
i5 tak kuat. i5
tak kuat lah.
i5 dengan i7
Kau tak, aku
better
dulu
lagi.
beli laptop kau, aku cari yang i7 tau. Aku
i7
cari laptop i7 untuk main game. Kau main
i7
guna
dia
i5
ada
kan?
ni tau.
Aduh.
i7 dia ada core.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. We
Kena
had
ada
signed an
beberapa
agreement
software,
specific to the
susah
Fontanalia Film
Better
Festival,
core.
stipulating that I cannot work with any
Kau
other
ingat aku
investors
i5
until the
dia
festival
daripada
is
i3
finished.
i7 sebelum ni.
The Fontanalia Film Festival? What's that?
Tak,
Oh,
dia kan,
is
dia
this
one
your
of the
first time
reasons-
participating in Fontaine's
Dia
Fontanalia
one
Film
of the reason
Festival?
aku tukar dari
Then
i3
allow me to
ke
fill you
i7
in.
sebab yang kau buat
The
tu kan
Fontanalia
nak
Festival
multiple
was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights,
And aku
who
dapat
went on a quest to
Buat
search
festival.
for the Oceanids
Afiq, jangan
and
nangis, Afiq.
eventually welcomed the
Aku batuk.
Hydro Arconageria.
Afiq pun perlu kau
The
sikit.
holiday
Stop.
is deeply connected to the founding of Fontaine, as well as its unique laws and trials. It's one of the most
Tapi
important
itulah, kalau
festivals for
ini
this
sering
nation.
nampak problem
But what's with that
betul
weird
lah,
expression
dia
on your
punya
face? It's like you're trying really hard to remember something.
Cak dah mana yang tak boleh.
Ah, I was just trying to recall the exact description from the books in order to avoid any unnecessary arguments over semantics.
Okay.
I usually
Ah.
try to recite things straight from the source.
Afiq jangan nangis.
Well,
Afiq.
either way, I'm fixing
Aku
it
tak
now.
nangis. Oh.
It's just like the
Jangan nangis,
Wind Bloom
Wahid
Festival in
Marawi.
Mondstadt. And the lantern right in Lille.
Yes, those are festivals of a similar variety. Who doesn't like a good festival? And just like those of other nations, Fontaine will hold a plethora of events around this time each year. To commemorate the Loch Knights, people will imitate them by putting on special costumes, raising golden cups, and going door to... But a few years ago, Lady Farina started to find the whole idea a little drab, and so decided to change the part about pure water to sweets.
Apa hal Roger?
Oh, patutlah aku tak dengar suara Kylie sangat. Aku letak 70 dekat dia.
Biasanya tak apa-apa.
Aku letak 90 je.
Tingginya aku letak korang 60 je, 50 ada.
Really doesn't surprise Paimon at all.
The whole thing seems more akin to a carnival now, and it's quite popular among the kids. Every year you can hear a bunch of them saying, "Trial or treat."
Saya membuat kerja gila guys.
Oh, that sounds pretty fun. But how does that connect back to the film festival you mentioned?
Ah, yes,
Hey,
it
Matt.
appears I've strayed off topic.
Hey, Matt.
I just got too excited after seeing you. Let me get back to the point. The Fontanalia Film Festival is an event proposed by the Fontaine Film Association this year. Now that film technology has matured as a medium, it's the perfect time to introduce more people to the art form. During this time, people may submit films to be evaluated, and the
Hello,
entry with the
Arcadia, welcome
highest
to the
score
stream.
will be given the Farina Award by the association.
The what award?
The Farina Award. You know, after the Hydro Archon. They coined it while Lady Farina was still in power, but even though things have changed, no one has made any motion to update the name. Perhaps everyone still thinks of it as a pretty appropriate name. Even though she isn't the Hydro Archon any longer, Lady Farina is still Fontaine's superstar. Anyone with eyes can see the way she shines on the stage.
Oh, macam ni.
Alright, I guess the name does work pretty well when you put
Tengah
it that
masak
way.
ke? Tengah panaskan kuali.
Oh, but who would have guessed there'd be an issue with the funding?
Masak ke?
How will I ever explain this to Miss Chiori? Not to say all the other actors who traveled all the way here from Inazuma.
Chiori? Sounds familiar. Where have we heard that name before?
Yes, that's her. I asked her to oversee the event's art direction, including the design of the actors' costumes and appearances.
Oh, Paimon remembers now. Navia said that her clothes were designed by Chiori, and Kirara's outfit too.
How to describe her? Well, she tends to be pretty direct and can be very forceful when it comes to dealing with people. The fashion world in Fontaine has dubbed her the Thundering Seamstress. Her remarkable designs have led many Fontainians to become very interested in Inazuma. Anyway, Chiori is acquainted with all the actors I've invited from Inazuma. Without her help, I don't think I would have been able to get such an international cast for the film. She really is a kind soul.
Who are the actors from Inazuma? Do we know them?
Why don't the two of you accompany me to the Aquabus station to welcome them? Judging from the time, the Aquabus should be arriving shortly. Chiori will be waiting to meet me there as well.
Cryostasis. I kind of like it and kind of don't. Let's go shut down. Wow, saya dapat ruination gaji. Aduh, dah lawa. Ow, sorry. I'm so sorry. Afiq, kenapa kau diam je, Fik?
Aku tengah tengok phone.
Kau telefon siapa? Hai.
Miau.
Kau tengah telefon yang sorry kacau.
Tak, aku tengok telefon.
Lah. Oi.
There are leaves around. Time to go.
Tak ada gacha ke? Tak ada. Sebab dah buat dah.
Miss Chiori?
Your talk with the investor sure went fast. The Aquabus hasn't even arrived yet. Oh? And who are they?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise! We've heard the owner of Chioriya Boutique is a skilled seamstress, so it's a real pleasure to finally meet you in person.
Why, thank you. I strove to create an outfit that matched her high social station as the demoiselle. So tell me, what happened? I can tell the conversation didn't go quite as expected.
Question, ada ke
it's
video
like this.
sekarang tengah buat like reacting to K-pop punya content?
Aku tak tahu.
I know, Chiori, you don't have to say it.
Like,
You did remind me that this investor was a little bit sketchy.
Yang
Yes,
buat apa
there's no
macam-
doubt about that.
But how could I pass it up?
reacting to
He
K-pop.
offered me twice as much as the others.
And therein lies the problem.
Yes, but just put yourself in my shoes. After obtaining such an excellent script, it's only natural that I would want to make the most of the film. The budgets that the others had proposed were nowhere near enough. It's difficult to find someone willing to front such a large amount of mora, so...
Don't be sad, Xavier. We might be able to help scrounge up some more together
Bro,
for
baru
you.
bangun?
Ya.
Oh, thank you, Paimon. That means a lot to
Member
me.
lagi kerja.
But the cost of the film is staggering.
Ah,
I'm afraid that any mora we can scrounge together in a short amount of time won't even be able to cover the actors' fees.
We need to move on. What's happened has already happened, and there's no changing it. But now's not the time to give up.
Tadi bangun dah.
What? You're saying that you have a plan?
No.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm simply saying I wouldn't give up just yet. The actors I recommended aren't just after Mora after all.
Cik.
Oh, ayah.
Really? Then where do you live? We Malazines live in Mercy Village. The only way to enter is from underwater. Oh, you must be pretty tired after work every day, right? I mean, you have to swim all that way just to go home. We are so thoughtful. But some Malazines choose to live in the Court of Fontaine because it's so much more convenient.
This is our stop.
Oh, we've arrived.
Apa dia?
But I haven't even finished chatting with Abel yet.
TikTok, YouTube dan
I also enjoyed Abel's
Okay.
introductions to Fontaine along the way.
TikTok merah.
Everything you
Dengan-
described was
Padahal
so
yang
clear and
awal
detailed.
dah betul.
Ya, itulah. Ulang balik. Delete.
So I hope I'll have the chance to
Hitam,
see you
purple,
again.
merah.
There are still many more places I'd like to
That is
introduce to
dumb
you.
shit. Demi you, bro. So, Mark and C.
Welcome to the Court of Fontaine.
Baby.
Chiori, you sure have changed a lot. This is the first time we've seen you since you left Inazuma.
I haven't realized it's been so long. I was in such a rush when I left that I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Thank you for extending the invitation, Mr. Xavier. I'm looking forward to a fruitful trip here in Fontaine.
It's an honor to have the head of the Kamisato clan visit us.
So they're who you meant when you said you had actors coming from Inazuma? Oh? It's the Traveler and Paimon. Wow, what a coincidence! Ayaka and I were just talking about you on the way here. Are you also here for the film? We just ran into Xavier earlier and came over with him. But I'm not an actress. Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka are the real actors here. I'm just tagging along with Ayaka to have a good time together.
About that, I mean, how was I supposed to contact you when I was making preparations for the film? I figured you were probably busy, and I didn't want to disturb you. So I could only keep you in the back of my mind while I sought other actors to play the lead roles in the film.
I had been thinking about a surprise reunion with you during our trip here.
Oh, so you all know each other already! My, what a coincidence! What are the chances everyone could be brought together here like this? Why don't we go to Hotel de Boer and catch up over a meal? I've already made a reservation.
Huh? Did you reserve 2 spots for us too?
Yes, of course, of course. I'll be sure to tell the boss to serve a few more delicious dishes just to make sure there'll be enough food.
Very well. Then please, kindly lead the way, Mr. Xavier.
Wait. Welcome back. Kita masak PC. Morning tea. Baiklah. Hello Yin, welcome to the stream.
Just look at how big they are. And there's the fountain that Aval mentioned earlier. It really is a magnificent sight.
Yin, nak tahu benda kelakar tak? Oh, Wan, thank you for the follow. Hope you stay. Hope you enjoy your
No,
stay.
you're not smashing that. I cancel you, bro.
Oh, Yin, nak tahu benda kelakar tak? Bukan benda kelakar, benda. Hehehe.
Yeah, smash.
Benda mah.
Oh! Smash her, bro.
And look at that huge spinning sphere. Where does it get its power? Wait a
Bro.
sec. Could it be one of those clockwork mecha we've heard so much about?
Tak tahu apa tu. Afiq sebenarnya stream dekat 3 platform.
Member buat kerja gila dulu.
Apa?
Memang nak meletup PC tu. Saya nak masak daging sebenarnya.
Waduh. You gotta pass bukit tu.
PC sihat ke tak tu?
Okay. Siapa lagi satu?
Dah kena step back dengan Haze tadi.
So this is what food from Fontaine is like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we? How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew, a lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
Well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Kalau maaf, Haze jangan lupa juga. Oh, yeah.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, that won't do.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation.
Tak. Masalahnya, hari ni tak ada kenderaan nak pergi.
Baru kau apa?
Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible.
Video mana yang Lukman Podolski punya tu?
If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right. I'll do as you say. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
Me too. Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you. I really don't know how to...
Jom kita bagi Afiq kena cancel. Afiq kena ban.
Alright, enough about that. Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and two leads who were willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen.
Kalau kau pasang lagu. Copyright.
So, instead of Nora, you'll help with filming and production.
Aku stream Aku stream sekali kat YouTube ni.
Merah tu apa?
How can we help with that?
Merah
We
itu
don't know much about making a film.
strawberry.
Alright. Pull
Tak
yourself
dengar, tak dengar.
together, Xavier.
Stream dekat YouTube.
Tell us if there are still any open positions
Dengar ke
left
lagu?
among the crew.
Afiq.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator, a clapper loader, and someone to manage logistics.
Aduh.
I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
Anis Choco, thank you for the follow.
Oh, kita ada lagi 4 agent yang akan datang. Ya, lepas ni agent baru akan masuk waktu episod 8 Act 2.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapperboard to record and organize the information of each shot when the camera operator begins shooting. The work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
Oh, you mean the thing they hold that goes clap whenever they start filming?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
Kenapa I suruh nampak macam
Always wanted
psycho?
to try that.
Alright, then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think, Xavier?
Well, fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler take the role.
Oh, he's great when it comes to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye for photography and composition when we worked together previously.
I'm sure that's due to the traveler's journey across the Vat and all the places they've seen. After so many adventures, using a camera must be second nature by now.
What do you say, Traveler?
Kalau Afiq
Are
dia
you
diam.
interested in the job?
Saya putus faham tiba. Tiba kan, putus faham.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
So all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
Oh, me! I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are probably also busy working on their own films these days. I'm not sure who will have time to help.
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right? Besides, it's not like she has anything else to do right now.
Farina? Do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with our humble project?
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's
started in
hydro icon? My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well,
Oh, goddamn. 1 second late. I'm 1 second late.
I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect, and the storyboards were also excellent. Don't let her full identity intimidate you. She's the
Bodoh lah
best
dia pakai
candidate we can think
ni.
of right now.
Sumpah lagi.
You'll never know until you give her a shot.
Fine, you're right, Shiori. I'll do anything for the sake of my film. Anything! Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence. I just hope she'll agree to help.
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and I'm sure there are many places you would like to visit. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well.
Are you even
Then
warm
we'll be
enough,
waiting to
bro?
hear the good news.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. Besides, the whole thing was our idea in the first place.
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift...
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydro Oricon. I wonder what she would like.
About Oyin?
I recall that
What are you
Lady
talking
Farina
about?
once
Reeling them
fancied a
in.
clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
Target escape.
Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontanalia mousse? But wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does like desserts, though.
What?
Isn't the Fontanalia festival happening right now? I heard Evil tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
What the
I agree
hell?
with Yoimiya. If the gift is too
fuck was
fancy,
that?
it might actually make her feel more uncomfortable.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontanalia mousse.
Atas sikit.
But will that really be
Atas
enough?
kinasa,
We'll be
atas-
asking her to do a
Astagfirullahaladzim.
lot of work, you know.
You're right.
Nobody
We need
heard
to
anything,
further
right? Nobody heard
sweeten
anything, right?
The deal.
Huh?
Everybody didn't hear anything, right?
Sweeter than Fontanalia mousse?
Yes.
Korang tak dengar apa-apa kan?
You'll need a gift that's
Apa benda?
sweeter than any dessert
Korang tak
in the
dengar
world.
apa-apa kan tadi?
Dengar apa?
Kau tak dengar apa-apa kan?
Dengar apa?
Your words of
Tak ada dengar kan?
praise.
Aku risau korang dengar aku salah sebut. Aku tersebut nama aku tadi. Tak dengar kan?
No, tak dengar apa-apa.
Bro. Stop. Shit. Man, 74. Bodoh lah.
Hello Wolf, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay.
I'm so very.
Okay.
I'm too jiggly, aren't I? Oh, wow! Ramai orang. Sobat! Oh, siapa? Apa? Dia camping kat lampu Shit. Sekejap, wait. Ping. Cuba tolong bawa aku tenang.
Aduh.
Ping.
Hello, hello. Yin, thank you for the heart. Thank you for the candy cane. Besar tak keluar.
We're here! This is where Farina
Tiny
lives.
Tick, welcome to the
Okay,
stream.
I'll go knock on the door.
Coming. Ugh, seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea? Who
Buat
are
event ke
you?
tu?
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Xavier, a film director.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you? And who's this?
I'm Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something? Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know. Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
Beh.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina. We hope you like it.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
That's great! So, actually, there's something we need your help with. Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts far surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew? Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the choreographer and he's the camera operator.
Nama Hasbullah. Brah. Hello bang. Hello Arcadia, welcome to the stream in TikTok. Aku nampak je kau dekat YouTube, tapi welcome to the stream in TikTok
Camera operator. That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you really up to it? No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before. Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself.
This girl is so gorgeous.
If he can satisfy you with his camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team. What do you say?
Bang, kat tadi dia kata sebut nama tapi dekat YouTube boleh reverse balik.
Tenang.
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon.
Kita aim je hari ni.
Oh, I do wish to see how skilled the Traveler really is with a camera.
Tenang.
Event ni best song, senang je.
Alright, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is up to my standards.
Whatever you say, Director Farina.
Very good. It's essential for the camera operator to understand the director's vision. I'll make my decision after seeing your work.
Bosan kenapa tu Alba?
Are you ready? I have high standards, you know.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, grab the camera and I'll give you a scenario.
Jauh dulu ada kelas. Okay, bye Trinity. Have fun dekat kelas.
Hello, sir. So, Wow.
You have fun.
Okay.
You have fun
Tenang
buat
Kairin,
event.
tenang Kairin.
Okay.
Main game ni untuk tenang. Okay.
Kenapa main Valo untuk tenang? Sedangkan ada Minecraft.
No, this
Tenang
is
sangat
for me to learn my aim. I need to learn for my aim. Kena tenang. Main Valo kena tenang, betul tak? I am running aimlessly. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I got one. Oh man.
Wolf, thank you for the follow. Apa sah bila orang bagi gift tak dengar?
Okay, tenang. Alamak, salah ambil! Saya sumpah salah tekan. Kejap.
Arcadia, thank you for the follow.
Okay, tenang Kairin, tenang.
Apik, nanti letak cipi-cipi capa-capa. Lemau.
Cipi capa cipari di aduh. Kejap, 65. Golden light.
Ni semua angkara gojol dengan kucing tu. What?
Pick me. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Swappy. I really appreciate it. Shit! Bro. Aku.
Bang, suruh kak tu perlahan sikit. Sakit telinga dengar dia menjerit. Oh. Sekejap Kita perlahankan sikit. Sorry Kairi, perlahan sikit suara kau.
Ada.
Oh, it appears that you have more skill than I thought. All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lines.
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director, Farina?
Did you think I would agree just like that?
Yeah!
After our performance of the Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know.
Tenang. Oh no.
In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest. If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well...
Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you, Farina?
Bang, awal tahun buat apa? Duduk saja.
Wow, sorry, aku tak salah. Suka aku tak salah.
Well, what about the pay?
Huh?
I walked too far away.
You know how much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay is also an important factor for me to consider, you know.
Well, I can offer you this
Yang
much.
keluar dulu nak bersiap dengan nak yang keluar dulu.
That's all?
Aduh, tak boleh cakap
If
betul-betul
your
aku ni.
were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your
Yang keluar dulu nak
labor.
bersiap nak keluar dengan cousin. Okay. Bye.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the
Bye free
moment.
advance team kat
I
3
see.
tempat.
Well, even though it's highly unlikely now
Okay.
that I'll join your crew, there's still something I'd like to ask. Exactly what film are you planning to make?
Oh,
Jangan sampai PC jadi
our
server pula.
script is an adaptation of The
I
Two
mean,
Musketeers.
Wait, you mean the
Jangan sampai
suspense
hangus
thriller
lagi
novel
tu.
that was a #1 bestseller?
Oh, so Farina's read it too.
Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace. I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story. The lack of budget is due to another issue.
Minta kekong
He
Kazi.
probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Laura isn't the most important thing to him
Dah
right now.
dapat sedih bangun.
It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Tibet. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either.
Ni belik
The
dengan Purina kawan
exposure she
ke?
provides for my brand.
Aku tak tahu
It's
sangat pasal
well worth
Genshin.
it.
Adalah sikit.
Uh,
Boleh kata kind of.
So, are you a big fan of this story, Farina?
well, it's all right. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note. Ahem, Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
As much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit?
Absolutely no problem.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
So, you agree?
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves. A great script calls for a great director. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and get moldy just because you lack an oven, right?
Oh, Hydro Archon above! I'm not dreaming, am I? Somebody pinch me.
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. Although the trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and casting the actors have already been taken care of, we'll still need to reserve filming locations. Not to say set up lighting and props. And by the way, since we'll be filming The Two Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who has actual experience with muskets.
Macam mana nak kurangkan macam mana nak main game main balu tapi kurangkan tak naikkan aku punya level. Ada idea tak?
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Florand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her. Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day.
They would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I don't have any connection with them at all. So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervilette.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevreuse.
Oh, you do? Wait, Chiori, how do you know the captain of the Special Patrol's musketeers?
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation?
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway, enough about that. What do you all think about asking the captain to be our musket action choreographer?
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objections.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties. Do you think she'd really have time to help with shooting a film? And then there's the issue of pay.
Yeah.
Kenapa Jerry cakap macam laju sangat?
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how things went when we discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team!
Of course. Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I can guarantee that even the standing tickets will be sold out. I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras.
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation now.
Hello Yuko, welcome to the stream. I mean, what?
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevreuse is today.
By the way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low, then what about our two lead actors? Didn't they travel here all the way from Inazuma?
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
What? So is every person in Tevat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film? Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
It seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you.
Okay. Weh, nak kencing lah pula. Ada nak terkencing.
This is the place.
Cik nak kencing.
But where's the captain?
Cik, aku jaga group chat. Hi, Cik.
Okay. Pandas sekejap.
Hai korang. Afiq tengah kencing. Hai. Hah? Mana dia? Tak ada lah. Sebut nama master. Tak ada lah. Nanti aku suruh Afiq buat dekat YouTube je. Korang tak payahlah buat-buat tak dengar, boleh tak? Buat tak dengar je. Please. It's a habit of mine to sebut nama sendiri. Kadang terlepas. And I don't think dia keluar kot. Kalau Afiq tak perasan. Afiq. Afiq. Afiq korban guys.
Alah?
Afiq tengok ni Afiq, ada orang ugur saya, dia kata dekat YouTube boleh rewatch balik.
Well,
She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
What? No.
Please. Buat tak dengar lah korang. Chill.
Apa yang Kari sebut, kita buat tak dengar Kita abaikan.
Paimon could tell there was something different about
Saya panggil
her.
nama Afiq je.
She seemed kinda intimidating.
Ada.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working now, so you might not want to get in her way.
Aku rasa aku tak dengar kau sebut nama kau.
Kan? Kalau kau tak dengar, maksudnya buat tak ada lah. Tak perasan lah.
Working? But isn't she just standing there and reading a novel?
Just trust me.
Oh, alright, let's see what happens then. Shiori sure is a mysterious person. She claims just to be a fashion designer, but she knows all these powerful people.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion. Even a local like me just trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Chiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
Any way to speed things up? There's something I need your help with.
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Shit.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
Susah lah dia ni. Fancy.
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice in the end. Halt!
Oh. Huh? What's going on?
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book. I didn't buy anything else.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything. But I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know.
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevras, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance
Aku dengan
Patrol.
demam, batuk,
I will say this one last time. Hand over
Hebat
whatever
sekali,
you're
Aling.
holding at once. And before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in. I don't have anything to do with this.
Why, you trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room. Take them away, Letelier.
What's going on here? One second you're reading a book and the next you're escorting people away!
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Chiori, I'm assuming what you wanted to ask me about has to do with them, right? Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then. Now that Vache has been brought to justice, no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synths still circulating on the market. Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
NPC cuma
So
angguk
you're
je.
pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys! Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler and Xavier! Forgot to introduce...
Hey, I'm Chevras. You probably already heard me introduce myself, so I won't bother repeating it.
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first. All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevras. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevras' line of sight...
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once.
It doesn't just join the stream. Welcome,
Enough
welcome.
about
Hope you
that,
enjoy
though.
your stay.
What did you want to ask me about?
Oh, you see, it's like this.
The Two Musketeers. You certainly have a good eye for a story. So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming. Also, as for the pay...
No need to say any more. I'll join.
Just like that!
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment. Besides, I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over
Aku pergi
evil
dulu
never get old for me.
Genshin, okay, bye Akadia.
Then we've got a deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Farina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting technician to get everything ready. We start filming tomorrow!
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish. Still, I should also head back now and start preparing the actors' costumes and makeup.
Alright, guess that's it for today then.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment. I have something to tell you.
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing our producer out of the fountain.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Assalamualaikum, Waalaikumsalam Kazim. Welcome to stream.
Kazim, nak ikut. Nak bincang ikut boleh dah.
Oh my god, ada waifu. Nak tahu apa lagi bagus daripada ada waifu, Kazim? Stream dekat 3 platform. Jory tu playable ke? Probably in the future. Aduh. Member jadi Zoro sejak.
So what did you want to tell us, Chevres?
Have you read The Two Musketeers?
Nope.
The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron and their struggle to survive together and take revenge for their mother. They were raised at the baron's estate where their mother worked as a maid. The two were illegitimate children that the baron had with the maid, so they were never treated well by anyone. One day, upon returning home, they found their mother had been murdered and left dead on the floor. It was quite evident that the culprits were the other members of the baron's household, who never had any kind words to say to them. However, the baron was able to exert his influence and keep the whole thing under wraps. The mother's death was eventually deemed as a suicide, and there was no chance of bringing her murderers to justice. The two siblings decided to flee and someday avenge their mother. Many years later, members of the baron's family suddenly started turning up dead one after the other, all killed by gunshot. A rainbow rose was found on each of the victims' bodies, being the flower that the kid's mother liked best. The Baron believed that the mother's soul had come to take vengeance on him, so he lived in fear each day. But it was actually those two siblings who had fled all those years ago. They relied on each other to survive and trained day and night, eventually becoming adept musketeers. They used all of their abilities to collect evidence and clues before executing their plan and exacting revenge on the Baron. Their actions let the truth behind their mother's death be known to all.
That's quite an exhilarating story.
Yep, the Baron got what he deserved for his evil deeds, and justice was able to prevail. It was just the kind of story I enjoy.
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to join our crew, Chevres?
You could say it was one of the reasons.
Oh, you mean there were other reasons too?
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at the trials or when you lent your hand to resolve our nation's crisis, you've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great mind for deductions. Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. It seems you've experienced many similar situations before. There's been a recent murder case involving muskets. The perpetrator's methods appear to be very similar to what is described in the novel.
Huh? Really? But Paimon didn't see anything about that in today's papers.
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released any information to the public because the investigation is currently at a standstill. The murderer is extremely cautious.
A murder involving firearms? But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Impossible. We perform a routine inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves every day. If one of the weapons had been fired, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Besides, I trust the members of my platoon. However... Well, that's all I can disclose about the case today.
Huh? What do you mean?
I hope you all can go back and get some shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow whether or not you'd like to join the investigation with me. I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but the more capable people we have, the better the chances that justice will prevail. Carrying out investigations isn't actually supposed to be our responsibility. Our job is to apprehend the perpetrators. Finding them is really up to the Marechaussee Phantom. You could say I'm taking part in the investigation out of personal interest. I don't want people to see muskets in a negative way, and also, I'm concerned about the similarity between the crimes and the story.
You mean they might be connected somehow?
I suspect so. Just to make myself clear, this is not an order, nor is it a deal of any kind. It's a request, nothing more. If you two have any interest in the case after we finish filming tomorrow and are willing to assist me, then I would be most grateful.
What do you think, Traveler?
Let's give it some thought tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. Paimon's getting a little tired too. We've really been hustling all day.
You'd better head back and get some rest. It's good to keep a calm mind, especially when you're about to make an important decision. Otherwise, when the moment comes, you might end up like that shopkeeper and not even realize that the right choice is right there in front of you.
Habis. Is it just me or Paimon voice tukar lagi? Not
Ad
really.
Astra Abyssosk.
Probably
Thank
change the
you for
tone a little
completing
bit.
today's Ad Astra.
Oh, aku lupa boleh buat ni. I forgot I can do this.
Time to go.
Oh, yes. Oh ya. Event shop. What do we have here? Okay. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna end the stream here. So, yeah. Aku nak end stream. So,
Oh, kau nak solat lupa.
Actually aku tak tahulah aku pergi masjid ke tak sebab aku demam lagi. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoy hope you guys enjoy this stream. Thank you to those who dropping by. And Win, thank you for the gift. And I'll see you next time in another stream. So bye bye. Yo.